So now after knowing this basic logic, we can apply this sense to questions directly. How? I'll just create so many situations and ultimately you would be able to sail through any such question by yourself. So I'm just creating questions, random questions. So let this angle be theta. So if this side is, let's say, 2 and this is 5, this angle is 90 degrees. Now someone has not given me this side. And we are told to find tan theta, sine theta and cos theta. This is the question. We are told to find all these three trigonometric ratios and one side is not given. So we have to remember Pythagoras' angle. We know that through Pythagoras theorem, we know that if this is 2 and this is 5, then using Pythagoras theorem, we know that hypotenuse square, which is equal to 2 square plus 5 square, the square root of this. So we know that c square is equal to a square plus b square in a right angle triangle. So this hypotenuse wasn't given to us, but we know how to find this hypotenuse. So we just found this hypotenuse using our basic understanding. So it is 25 plus 4, 29. So this is square root of 29. So now we are able to find, we can easily list down all these three. Tan theta is perpendicular upon base, which is 2 upon 5. Sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, which is 2 upon square root of 29. And cos theta is base upon hypotenuse, which is 5 upon square root of 29. This would be the answer. So now we have seen that instead of giving us all the three sides, the examiner will start playing with us, and that's okay. Because once we understand the basic sense, we should be able to solve any question. So that's the basic sense, that the basic logic should be clear. And after that, any question that comes in front of us, we should be able to handle that well. So now just solve this question completely using this sense by yourself. I'm just listing down a question. I'm not stopping the video over here. So let's say this side is 3, this is 7, this angle is theta. So someone just asks in like the last question. The question is the same. We have to find tan theta, sine theta and cos theta. We have to find all these three values. So just solve this value by yourself once. So we can see that the first task over here was to find this side because this side wasn't given to us. So using Pythagoras theorem, we know that a square plus b square is equal to c square in a right angle triangle. So this side would be c square, which is 7 square minus 3 square, the square root of it. So this is 49 minus 9, which is 49 minus 9, which is 40. So this side is square root of 40. So this side is square root of 40. So now we know the height, the perpendicular, which is square root of 40. The base is 3. So tan theta is perpendicular upon base. Sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. And cos theta is base upon hypotenuse. This should be the answer. So the basic sense is this, that we are able to decipher any of them when the sense of these trigonometric ratios is known to us. So we are just starting to play with the triangle. But the first thought was this, the first requirement is this, that we should be remembering all these trigonometric ratios, that what does tan theta stands for, what is cos theta, what is sine theta. So this is the most important but very basic understanding, and we are going to use it in so many questions. So now let's move one step further. So we are given a right angle triangle in which this angle was named as A and this angle was B. So we are told to find tan A and sine B. So for tan A, so I've just created one difference in this question, that for tan A, we know that this is the base for tan A. And tan A is perpendicular upon base. We just have to remember this thing. Tan A is perpendicular upon base. So in this case, the base is missing. So first thing that I'll do is this, that I'll find the base using Pythagoras theorem, through which we know that the base would be 100 square minus 3 square, the square root of this. So this base would be square root of 10 square minus 3 square. It would be 100 minus 9. 100 minus 9, that is 91. it would be square root of 91. So this side is square root of 91. So tan A is easy. It is perpendicular upon base, which is 3 upon square root of 91. Now we have to find sine B. So this was the new step. So when we have to find sine B, then are we able to see that in this same triangle, when we are actually discussing something related to this angle B, then for this angle B, now this is the base. This was the sense which I wanted to make you just understand, that for this triangle, in the same triangle, if I am talking about sine B, then are we able to see that for this angle B, this is the base? Because we have just discussed that base is the side which actually just connects with the angle and the hypotenuse. The angle which is being formed, so that angle is just fitted in between the base and the hypotenuse always. So this angle is B. Now this is the base for sine B and this is the height. So sine B stands for perpendicular upon hypotenuse, and for this angle B, the perpendicular would be this side, which would be square root of 91, and hypotenuse is 10. So sine B would be square root of 91 divided by 10. In the same triangle, when we are talking related to sine B, then we know that the perpendicular would be this side. So now solve another question exactly of this type. So now the question was to find cos A and tan B. So in order to find cos A or tan B, we can see that we need all the three values of the triangle first of all. So hypotenuse was given as 13, perpendicular was 12. So we can easily find this side using Pythagoras theorem, which is 13 square minus 12 square, the square root of this. 13 square is 169, 12 square is 144, 169 minus 144 gives us 25. So square root of 25 is 5. So this side was 5. So this was the first step. So now in this triangle we are aware of all the three sides. So now cos A is simple. Cos A is what? Base upon hypotenuse. So for this angle A, this is the base. This is 5 and this is the hypotenuse. So this is easy. 5 by 13. Next we have to find tan B. So for tan B, now we can easily see that for tan B, this is the perpendicular. This is the base. For tan B, the perpendicular would be this side. This is 5 and this is the base, which is 12. So tan B would be 5 by 12. Tan A would be 12 by 5. Tan B would be, because tan B stands for what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So when we are looking through this angle B, then for this angle B, this is the base, and this is the height. So the names aren't fixed. It depends upon the angle which we are choosing. Just keep this thing in mind. So both the questions, this one and the last one which we have discussed, actually makes you just ponder upon this basic thought, that what's the meaning of the base or the hypotenuse or the perpendicular in the case of a right angle triangle. And interestingly, the sine theta, the cos theta and tan theta, they also are connected in between themselves also. The connection between sine theta and cos theta and tan theta we have just discussed. We know that tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. And we can just check this thing in any question. Tan theta is what? Sine theta upon cos theta. We know this thing. So now let's apply this sense to another question.